Where is it? I wanted to touch on this because it is like the plague going around in entrepreneurship, and it's this idea that you should be working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what's gonna, that's what's gonna really move the needle for you. And part of that's right, but part of it's not. And I want to help you understand this concept is working longer doesn't mean you're gonna get more. It doesn't at all. Because picture, you probably worked long days before and you fucked off. Like you're just kind of on your phone, you're kicking back, you're coasting. I got 8 hours, dude. I only got to do X, Y, Z. And you coast and you move at such a slow speed. And that's like this thing though, because it kind of feels good. It's like this mental masturbation game where it's like, oh, well, dude, I put in 12 hours on my Mac. I'm getting after it. But you probably don't have the results you're looking for. So it's like something's got to change. Some of the most effective and productive people I know only work 5 days a week. Sometimes 4, sometimes 6, right? You got to find what works for you. But here's what I'm saying is at the end of the day, there are probably like you and I both know this from experience, dude. There's probably gaps in our day where we kind of fuck off. And out of that 10, 12-hour workday, we might only be working 6. And that 6, we're kind of scattered. You know what I mean? We're jumping in and out of tasks. One moment we're on social media, whatever it is. Here's the solution to fixing it. Here is literally how to get more, whatever more is for you, whether it's money, effectiveness, calls, closes, deals, business, whatever it is. How to get more with less. And it's very, very simple. Take your 12-hour day and cut it in half. Cut it or minimize it by however much you would like, but minimize it. And here's what I mean by that. Because you have so much time in your day, you have freedom. You have so much freedom. And because you have so much freedom, you're a slave to your own terrible attention span. So you fucking scatter all around. You have too much freedom. It's like if you went bowling, you have no, what are they called? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Fuck. What are they called? Railings. You know what I mean, right? That's you bowling. You have none of those right now. So you bowl and you kind of, oh, I'm going that way, I'm going that way. You need the railings. You need the guide rails, right? So here's how you do that. You compress your time frame because now you have less freedom. You're more restricted. You have to do more. You're on the clock. Because here's the thing I know we both do right now is you're probably not very intentional with your work. Right? You're just kind of coasting because you have so much time. You need to compress your time frame. That's going to make you more intentional. It's going to make you more productive. The second thing that helps me out a ton is I have a lab. That's what I call it. Like, that is your fucking space. Nothing like you're a different person in that space or in that move, whatever it is. That's what you need. Like, you don't bring your phone in there. You don't bring distractions in there. It is solely you and whatever you need to get your shit done. That is it. That's going to help you get in that intentional state. Because, like, there's probably, and think about it this way, to justify the claim, there's probably people that worked harder than MJ. There's probably people that worked harder than LeBron. Right now, there's other factors, right? Genetics, talent, whatever it is that goes into that. But the point of what I'm saying is there was probably some intentionality, right? The effectiveness of their training that worked better than people who might have worked harder, right? So let's just focus on that. So back to it. In your lab, your station, your money printer, whatever the hell you want to call it, just eliminate all distractions. It is solely you and whatever you need to make money, to get more, whatever that looks like for you. And you compress your time frame. So the first thing you need to be doing, if you're not doing this, you need to wake the fuck up. Make a calendar. You need a calendar and you need to follow it religiously. It's going to help you out big time. And I'm not one of those people who like to keep it super like, oh, I pee at 11. That's just weird, dude. I don't know how I'm going to know when I'm going to pee. So like, I don't do that stuff, but I have it planned out. Like when I go to the gym, when I start work, when I have my, my work calls, whatever it is, when I take a lunch break, stuff like that. Figure out a schedule that works for you. And now, since you compressed your time frame, you're going to be more intentional with your work. And here's the best part that no one's talking about. And here, it's the truth. Not a lot of people want to say this. So I'm going to say it. Fuck it. 30 years from now, 40 years from now, whatever it is. And I actually heard this from my coach. She was talking to her mother, and her mother said this to her. She was like, I asked my mom what 3 of her biggest regrets were, and number 1 was working too much. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, dude, ain't that the truth? At the end of the day, the main reason why many of us work is to actually, have freedom or whatever it is, but it's down the line. We're delaying it, which is good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to work, but what I'm saying is it's a bad thing to work and waste time. So cut off the fat, make your schedule lean, and then that's going to give you the freedom, all like the shit to do some of the things you want to do now. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, hot take, if I want to go golf after work, I would love to do that. That's a great lifestyle. If I want to go to dinner, I can go to dinner. Hang out with my friends, catch up with family, whatever it is. I want to be able to do these things. And I feel like right now that's not very acceptable. But it's like if we were to stop getting in our own way and working for such long periods with such low intentions and cut out the fat, we could compress it and give ourselves more time to do the things we want to do off the court. Now, you can do whatever you want. Maybe it's not, hanging out with family, friends. Maybe it's, working on your craft, watching sales calls, whatever it is. But at least you have the time now. So, I promise you, I've done both sides. I have. I knock doors 10 hours a day. Now I've gotten to the point where it's like 6 to 8 hours a day. I could do what used to take me 10 because I'm more effective. And that's what it's all about. That's how you get some of that freedom now. It's how you get more with less. So I think these principles will help you out. As always, stay focused, stay committed. We'll see you in the next one.